Welcome to Mysteries in Crime, where we explore the world's most haunting mysteries. Today's story delves into a chilling and tragic case that gripped headlines in 2023, the disappearance and murder of Ana Walshe. This case is filled with unexpected twists, puzzling evidence, and questions that remain unanswered. But before we dive in, here's today's interactive clue question. What seemingly innocent item found at the Walshe home became a key piece of evidence? Think you know the answer? Drop your guess in the comments below, and you might be our next featured sleuth. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your theories in the comments. The truth is often stranger than fiction, and your insights might unlock a new perspective. Let's unravel this case together. Ana Walshe was a 39-year-old mother of three, a rising star in the corporate world, and described by friends and colleagues as vibrant, ambitious, and deeply caring. She vanished from her home in Cohasset, Massachusetts, on New Year's Day 2023. What initially appeared to be a baffling disappearance soon revealed a darker, more sinister truth. The question remains, how could someone so beloved and successful meet such a tragic end, and why? Ana's journey to the United States began with big dreams. Born and raised in Serbia, she came to America in her 20s, determined to build a better life. She quickly established herself as a driven professional, earning accolades in the real estate world. Colleagues marveled at her ability to close high-stakes deals while maintaining her grace under pressure. To those who knew her personally, Ana was more than just her career. She was a devoted mother who adored her children, often sharing stories about their milestones. Her friends recall her warmth and humor, describing her as a beacon of positivity. But beneath this facade of success and happiness, there were hints of trouble that few noticed until it was too late. When police first arrived at the Walshe home, there was no immediate sign of a struggle. Ana's husband, Brian Walshe, claimed she had left for a work trip early that morning, but something didn't sit right with investigators. The house itself seemed undisturbed, a picture-perfect suburban setting with neatly arranged furniture and children's toys scattered in the living room. Yet, an air of unease lingered. As investigators combed through the property, their unease grew. Then came the discovery: trash bags containing blood-stained items, later revealed to hold Ana's DNA. These bags were not carelessly tossed. They were meticulously tied and disposed of in various locations. It was clear that whoever was behind this wanted to erase every trace of evidence. The search for Ana extended beyond the home. Police scoured local wooded areas and dumpsters, their boots crunching against frost-covered ground. Helicopters hovered overhead, their searchlights cutting through the gray winter skies. Residents watched in growing disbelief as their quiet town became the backdrop for a chilling mystery. The contrast between the serene streets of Cohasset and the grim investigation added a surreal layer to the unfolding drama. The Walshe home, once a place of family gatherings and laughter, now stood as a haunting symbol of unanswered questions. In the days following Ana's disappearance, law enforcement ramped up efforts. The community was abuzz with speculation. Ana's friends reported receiving cryptic text messages that seemed out of character, and the media began digging into Brian's history. Reports emerged of his past legal troubles and financial schemes, painting a troubling picture of the man Ana had married. Brian Walshe's demeanor during this time only fueled suspicion. While he appeared cooperative on the surface, inconsistencies in his story began to emerge. Friends and family members noticed subtle but telling signs. Nervous laughter during interviews, overly rehearsed statements, and an apparent lack of urgency in his actions. For the residents of Cohasset, fear and suspicion took hold. How could something so horrific happen in their quiet town? The local media's relentless coverage added to the tension, with rumors spreading like wildfire. Parents hesitated to let their children play outside, and neighborhood gatherings turned into hushed discussions about the latest developments in Anna's case. Ana Walshe was a woman of many talents, balancing her career, family, and personal ambitions with remarkable poise. Born in Belgrade, she was deeply influenced by her upbringing, often citing her parents as her inspiration for hard work and resilience. Moving to the U.S. was a leap of faith for Ana, but she quickly adapted, earning degrees and climbing the corporate ladder. Despite her busy schedule, Ana always made time for her children. She was the kind of mother who would stay up late preparing for a business meeting, only to wake up early to pack her kids' lunches. Her social media posts often highlighted her love for her family with captions like, "My boys are my greatest achievement." Yet cracks in her seemingly perfect life began to show. Close friends revealed that Ana had confided in them about marital troubles. She always put on a brave face, one friend shared, but you could tell something was weighing on her. Just weeks before her disappearance, Ana's behavior shifted. She became more cautious, often looking over her shoulder or abruptly ending phone conversations. Cohasset, Massachusetts, is the kind of town where neighbors greet each other on morning walks and children play in tree-lined parks. But in early January 2023, an unsettling atmosphere descended upon the town. The Walshe residence, a stately home on a quiet street, became the epicenter of a mystery that captured national attention. The town's charm seemed at odds with the grim reality unfolding. Reporters and news vans swarmed the area, their flashing cameras and constant chatter breaking the usual tranquility. Residents spoke in whispers, their voices tinged with fear and disbelief. "It feels like something out of a movie," one neighbor remarked. "You never think it'll happen here." Even as a media frenzy grew, the police worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Crime scene investigators carefully combed through every inch of the Walshe property, looking for even the smallest clue. The stakes were high and the pressure to find answers mounted with each passing day. The timeline of Ana's disappearance is both critical and deeply unsettling. On December 31st, 2022, Ana and Brian hosted a New Year's Eve dinner for friends. Everything seemed normal, with laughter and toasts to the year ahead. Ana appeared radiant, her infectious smile lighting up the room. But beneath the surface, tension simmered. By the next morning, Ana was gone. Brian claimed she had left for the airport to catch a flight for work. However, investigators quickly discovered there was no record of her taking that flight or arriving at her destination. Surveillance footage showed no trace of her leaving the house that morning. Instead, evidence pointed to a darker reality. Brian was spotted purchasing cleaning supplies, including bleach and trash bags, at a local hardware store. The timestamp? January 1st, just hours after Ana was last seen. Investigators painstakingly pieced together the timeline using GPS data, phone records, and witness accounts. Each new revelation painted a grimmer picture of premeditation and deceit. Among the most damning pieces of evidence were the items recovered from dumpsters, blood-stained clothing, a hacksaw, and even Ana's personal belongings. Brian Walshe initially portrayed himself as a concerned husband, cooperating with police and pleading for Ana's safe return. But behind the scenes, investigators were uncovering a web of lies. Brian's inconsistent statements, combined with the mounting physical evidence, led authorities to view him as the prime suspect. His past, marked by fraud and deceit, only deepened their suspicions. Meanwhile, Ana's friends and family were left grappling with shock and grief. The ripple effects of her disappearance were felt far and wide, and the community's collective heartbreak turned to anger as details of Brian's behavior came to light. Ana's mother, speaking from Serbia, said, "I never imagined my daughter's life would end this way. She deserved so much more." The evidence against Brian was damning. Forensic analysis revealed that the blood-stained items in the trash bags matched Ana's DNA. A hacksaw, believed to have been used in an attempt to dismember her body, was also discovered. Additionally, a chilling search history on Brian's computer included terms like "how to dispose of a body" and "can you be charged without a body?" The prosecution highlighted the precision with which Brian attempted to conceal his crime. Surveillance footage, GPS data, and forensic breakthroughs formed a web of evidence that left little room for doubt. Yet, the absence of Ana's body continued to weigh heavily on the case, raising questions about whether Brian's conviction could stand on circumstantial evidence alone. Witness accounts added another layer of complexity. Friends described Ana as devoted to her children, making it unimaginable that she would abandon them voluntarily. Neighbors reported seeing Brian behaving erratically in the days following her disappearance, including one instance where he was spotted burning items in the backyard. These accounts, though circumstantial, painted a picture of a man unraveling under the weight of his actions. Theories about Ana's disappearance range from the plausible to the outlandish. Some speculated that Ana had uncovered one of Brian's schemes and was silenced to keep her quiet. Others suggested a crime of passion, sparked by a marital argument that spiraled out of control. A few even clung to the hope that Ana had staged her disappearance to escape a troubled marriage. But as evidence mounted, the simplest explanation seemed the most likely: a calculated act of violence by someone she trusted. This case leaves us with haunting questions about the human psyche and the fragility of trust. As we reflect on Ana's life and the legacy of her story, let's remember the importance of vigilance and compassion. And before we wrap up, don't forget today's clue question. What seemingly innocent item found at the Walshe home became a key piece of evidence? Share your answer in the comments below for a chance to be featured in next week's episode. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.